All right. So we are talking about compound inequalities. The word compound means that I'm going to have two inequalities on one number line. So it's double. I'm going to have two circles on the number line. I have two arrows. And my arrows are either going to face each other and means, like this example here. My math solutions are 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, but not 8. See how 8 has an open circle? Open circle means not included. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, even 7.9 is a solution, but 8 is not a solution. My solutions are between 3 and 7.9. This pattern here, the small number going first, less than, x in the middle, another less than, means that our answers are between those two numbers, between 3, but not including 8. 7.9, yes, but not 8. So the smaller number goes first, the larger number goes second, and goes towards each other. The solutions, the arrows go towards each other. The other type that I'm going to have is an OR inequality. An AND inequality also has a symbol, of this. Or it could have like a symbol like that. Yeah, like on our homework tonight, you'll see that these symbols are here they're on the page, and we need to know that that means AND. Or an OR inequality is two solution sets on one number line, but they're going in opposite directions. So I have a song. Are you ready for my song? Yeah. So it's One Way or Another, which is an 80s song. And the arrows go in opposite directions. The -6 in this example is not included, but like -6.5, -7, -8, -9, -10, those are part of the solution. Also, 3 is part of the solution, and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. And so I would have to write these separately. X is less than -6, or X is greater than or equal to 3. I have to write them separately if it's an OR, because they're going in different directions. What are you going to write? Let's go to example 1. I've got a 3 that's a closed circle, and then I have a +2 that's an open circle. I need two inequalities to represent this. Go ahead. It's OR. No, it is OR. Good. Someone tell me how to write the -3 one, and somebody tell me how to write the +2 one. Well, someone does. So and I'm going to put or equal to because it's a closed circle. Okay, someone else. X is something too. But you're right. Exactly. And he was perfect with the just greater than. It's not greater than an equal to. There's no line underneath it because it's an open circle. Thank you, you two. B. This is an AND. So they go together. I'm going to write them separately first, and then I'm going to show you how to combine it and make a compound inequality. Two other people. Someone do the -4. Yes, ma'am.
So for -4, is less than or equal to x.
I'm going to put x first, and tell me how I would if I put x first.
X is greater than or equal to -4.
Exactly. And tell me about the +1. Someone from table 3 or 4. I need a volunteer. Yes, sir. 1, is it less than? Oh, 1, so the 1 shading is behind it, so would make it less than. So I'll do x is less than 1. Okay, here's how I make these 2 into 1 compound. The smaller number goes on the left. X goes in the middle. The larger number goes on the right. -4 is smaller. 1 is larger. Well, look. This and this. The alligator's eating the X. Arr, 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 arr. Keep the alligator eating the X. On this one, just for you, Edgar, the alligator's eating the 1. Arr, 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 arr. So I just put 2 separate inequalities and I combined them. Remember, this means between. It's always the less than, less than. That's the format. Less than, less than. Okay, let's practice. There's a typo on one of these. Could you fix that inequality? This should say greater than. Greater than. Okay. I'm going to write them separately. I'm going to solve for both. Oh, and I have to graph it. Leave room for a graph, please. So you add 7 to both sides. Five x is greater than 20. X is greater than 4. Subtract 3. -4x is greater than 8. Divide both sides up. Divide by negative. Ding, ding, ding. What happens? Switch the inequality. Less than now. Whenever you multiply or divide by a negative. Okay. Graph. There's a 4. There's a -2. X is greater than 4. Open circle at 4 because there's no line underneath it. It's not included. Greater means I go to the right with a dark line and an arrow. And then x is less than -2. Open circle. Less than left. This is an or. One way or another. Yay. Now you guys need to go listen to that song today so we can all know the words, the exact words. All right. So we're doing number 2 now. Go to it. I can't go slow. Let's go. Let's go. I subtracted 4 to both sides. I did. And how do I get rid of this negative? You are right. Ding, ding, ding. Switch the inequality. Ooh, I need room for my... Uh-oh. Okay. Add 5. BS. Both sides. Divide by 2. Evelyn. Divide by 2. No switching. Everything stays as is. So I've got a 6 and a 7. I'm going to space them out just because I need to have some space. Okay. Greater than or equal to 7. Closed circle. Greater than going to the right. 6. It's less than or equal. It's a closed circle at 6. Less than, left. No. Oh, this is one of those, yeah. It is. Yep. Okay. Now I'm teaching you something totally new. So stay with me. It's easy when they're two separate and they're separated because you're like, great, I'll do this one and then I'll do that one. This is called a compound inequality. I need to do my math to the left, the middle, and the right. So I need to do this 3 times. Left, middle, right. Left, middle, right. Okay. Here's what needs to happen. If I were to just cover up part of it, let me use my eraser, and all you saw was this side. Negative 12 is less than or equal to 7x plus 9. What would I do first? What would be the first step if this were my equation? Subtract 9. Now, what if I covered up the other side and I showed you this equation? What would be subtract 9? You would subtract 9 in both cases. I am going to first step. Subtract 9 to the middle, to the left. Please watch right now. This is really important. And to the right. Is that like from 2 years ago? Probably. I have no problem with you guys being fun, but then when I need you, and it always needs to be respectful. Can we agree on that? Please, sirs and ladies. So I did my math. I had to subtract 9, the middle, the left, and the right. So I've got negative 21 is less than or equal to 7x is alone now in the middle, is less than 7. Okay, last step. What would I do? Yes, the 7 needs to get out of there. The x needs to be isolated. The whole goal is to get x alone. Yeah. Yep. All right. Negative 3 is less than or equal to x is less than 1. This is an and. They're going to face each other. My solutions will be in common. They will be facing each other. I have a negative 3 and a 1. My answers are going to be between negative 3 and 1. That's the whole point of an and. Answers are between. Here's my number line. You'll have to make your number line somewhere that you have space. Okay. Right now, this is backwards. Negative 3 is less than or equal to x. That's backwards. I don't like backwards. So I could rewrite it that x, the alligator's eating the x, so keep it eating the x. X is greater than or equal to negative 3. Closed circle at negative 3. Greater to the right. So I did half of my inequality, half of my compound. Then I'm going to do this half. X is less than 1. Open circle at 1. Okay. So it's an and, they face each other. If it's or, they go in opposite directions. Let me stop with this, but I do want to I'm going to stop the recording. Give me 1 second. Stop.